of velvet filming. Unreal. Well, it looks like December, but it is not even quite the middle of November yet. It is November 12th. It was 2 degrees this morning driving in. I don't know what the temperature is now, but it's cold. And the old saying is, if you're going to be dumb, you better be tough. But if you're going to be dumb, you better have Sika gear too. It really helps with being tough part. It's unbelievable how warm this stuff is and not being super bulky. But this morning we got in here a little bit after daylight. I'm set up on the edge of a cut bean field that has a lot of standing beans left in it. And I got Stormy set up down on my real world clover plot. Kind of just having a test run to see what they're going to be coming to more tonight. She's in a nice blind with a heater, but I'm sure it's still a little bit cold. And here I am stuck in this little tree stand overlooking this bean field. But to be honest, I think I'm in the better spot. I've already seen a couple deer move through. And as far as the way this season's gone, a couple deer's a pretty good hunt. It has been absolutely atrocious for deer movement. I don't know what's going on. If I'm just choosing the wrong spots, the deer are, I don't know. Never really had a rut this bad, but anyway, I think this weather, high pressure, cold weather, after a snowstorm yesterday and nasty, disgusting conditions, I think we're going to have some movement. So I'm going to hang in here and hopefully be able to hunt all day if I'm seeing the right kind of movement midday. And if not, we'll probably just go back, eat breakfast, and come back out. But as of right now, I plan on sitting all day. It's not every day you get to pass up 100 high 150s, 160-inch deer. That's a beautiful buck we call Showtime. This deer Stormy's been after all season. I got a shot of that in September. He's actually on the exact same trail that those does took from her to me, and he's running it backwards, so with any luck, he'll end up going straight to her. That was awesome. Oh, that is Thumper. That is Thumper. Holy crap. Holy crap. I am literally sitting here filming Thumper breeding a doe over by the ladder stand. Yeah. I mean, he's over by the ladder stand. I'm in that double set in the corner. Yeah, he just got done breeding a doe. Yeah. I don't know. I may not be leaving. So, I just wanted to call on somebody. Alright, well, if need be, you may have to take my truck if you don't want to sit there. You know, I'll think about some other place for you to sit. Okie dokie. Well, I'm going to get off here so I can put my hand back in the glove. Love you. It is so cold out. I just filmed Thumper breeding a doe. He's still out here in the field. He's probably 300 yards away. But holy crap, that deer is a monster. It is the buck I've been after all year, and I knew this cold and snow would bring him to this buck field. He's been about a half mile away over on the neighbor's farm, and this cold and snow just brought him over here. I knew it. He's standing about 50 yards from the stand. I was planning on hunting this evening, so as soon as he goes back in the woods, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna make a loop around, which it looks like he's heading back there now. I'm gonna break all my stuff down, make a loop around through the woods, and get set up on that ladder stand. He's with the doe, he's locked down, and I think he'll be back out there before the evening's over. I'm gonna have a perfect wind, so oh man, looks like it's gonna be an all-day set on pins and needles. I got one bar left on this battery, and I got another battery. Oh, there he goes chasing a doe. That's not where I wanted him to go. So I don't know. I gotta keep an eye on him, try to make a game plan. Man, that's not where I wanted him to go at all. He's went back down into the woods where the wind's blowing right now. No, I'm gonna shut up and try to keep my eye on him with the binoculars.
This segment has been brought to you by Lone Wolf Tree Stands, your silent partner.
It's the morning of November 22nd. Mornings have been extremely slow the last few days. This morning I'm talking as quietly as possible because 10 minutes before I got on stand, my cell camera sent me a picture of Thumper going into the corner over here at about 80 yards. My wind is completely wrong. I was actually heading to sit on the ground up the ridge a ways to look over this big field. But being how we're this deep into gun season, my neighbors all know about him. They're all hunting him. It's time to go for broke and actually just hope for the best. This deer has drove me absolutely insane. I have passed bucks that any hunter in their right mind would shoot. I have hunted every single day that I have had off. And a lot of the ones I didn't. Sorry, work. He's down. He's down. Oh my goodness. Holy crap. Holy crap. I just shot Thumper. I just shot Thumper. He is. He's down. Yes! It's one of the biggest bucks of my life. Holy crap. Oh my gosh, almost 50 days on stand, if not more. Hundreds of hours of scouting. I cannot believe that just happened. Oh my God, I got him. Yes. Thank God. I just got him. I just got him. That was quick. I almost have no B-roll from the day. He is the second or third deer I've seen all day, and the only one I've been able to get on camera. I just watched him go right in that corner at 550 on my cell camera this morning, and he is down in that same corner right on camera. Oh, yes, yes. Thumper's down. I wanted to get it done with my bow, but sometimes you got to pick up the rifle and not play fair. I got him. Thank you, Lord. Thank you, Lord. But first, I'm going to call Dad and have him come with me. That man right there taught me almost everything I know. I'm getting emotional here. He's been my mentor. He's been off all week. Could have been hunting this stand and didn't, because he knew how much I wanted that buck. That man is my hero. But I'm gonna give him a call and get down and get Thumper. Awesome.
Hello?
Hey, Thumper's down.
They're down.
Yep. So, if you don't mind, you want to come help me?
Sure, where are you?
Meet me down by the ladder stand.
Hello.
Thumper's down.
No.
Yep.
You swear?
Yep.
Bring him here. I want to see him.
Do what?
Bring him to the bank. I want to see him.
Alright. Oh,
I'm so excited for you. Congratulations.
yep.
Yay.
Come out right there in the corner.
Holy shit. Oh, I'm so excited. Yep, you have to bring him up and see him.
Alright, Dad's coming to meet me. He's going to help me film recovery, so.
Alright, well, congrats, babe. I love you.
Love you.
Hurry up and let me see him.
Alright, bye, babe.
Alright, bye.
Down. Oh, crap. I think that might be my biggest deer. Oh, my. Oh, my goodness. Here he is. My 2019 rifle buck. sitting here over and over again in my head trying to play out what I want to say, but I just can't come up with quite the words to explain what I'm looking at right here. I know my friends and family would probably disagree that I have a shortage of words when it comes to talking about this deer, because he's been the subject of almost every conversation I've had for the last 5 to 6 months. But here I sit beside him, I'm actually humbled by just his pure size and beauty. Just what to say about it. I mean, how do you say a feeling of something you've just dreamed about for really your whole life and come up with words for it? Thumper's a buck that showed up on camera 3 years ago. My buddy Josh Christensen and I were doing food plots on food plot weekend, same time we do it every single year. And we left for the evening and came back, and in the fresh disc dirt there was a large set of tracks. And just on a whim, I decided to pull a card on that same food plot, and there stood a beautiful 4.5-year-old 8-pointer with really good brow tines. And beside that 8-pointer stood a rabbit. And no other reason than that rabbit standing in that picture, I named him Thumper, after the rabbit on Bambi. I don't know why I named him that other than that, but that was it. This deer going into 2019 showed up on camera in, I want to say, late June, and didn't have much more than the start of his G2s, and I could tell this deer was going to be something special. Shortly after that, he showed up a few more times, and what I thought was confirmed, he was a giant. And at that point I knew that was going to be the only deer I chased in 2019. I ran cameras on several different other farms, had a lot of different nice bucks, but every time I come back to this deer, just all the history I had with him, the character, and him being on my home farm, just all meant a lot to me. This season has been nothing short of a grind. I think I've logged over 50 sits on stand this season, and I couldn't tell you how many hours of checking trail cameras, running trail cameras, moving stands, all just in hopes of catching a glimpse of this buck. The whole month of October he disappeared. I confirmed earlier that he had been staying on a neighbor's farm, but a cold front in early November brought him over to us. I filmed him on Tuesday, November, I could be wrong on the date, November 10th, I believe, breeding a doe in the very field that I just shot him in. And after that day, I dedicated myself to that stand and wasn't going to sit anywhere else. Luckily, I always had pretty decent winds to hunt him, and just never got an opportunity all of bow season. I hunted there the first 2 days of gun season. Stormy was able to harvest a really nice 9-pointer out of the same stand. On that evening we saw him, but were unable to get a shot. The very next day, on the Monday, I decided I'd go back to work. I'd had so many days in a row I just needed to take a break from it, I feel like, and just like big bucks do, showed up on cell camera. So that's just how big bucks do it, I think. But after that, I just decided I was going to commit to that stand. I wasn't going to leave it. And here we have him. 3 days later, after that cell cam pic came while I was at work, I got a pic at 5:50 this morning and knew I was going to sit there until I had this buck down. And man, am I glad I did. This has absolutely made my 2019 season. Thank you, Thumper.
When it comes to food plots, we're really looking for 3 different things: attractiveness, longevity, and herd health. The Real World Gen 2 soybeans have 4 different varieties in this bag. They are the most shatter resistant soybeans on the market, which means these soybeans are going to last you all the way through season and a lot of times well after. They also have a higher oil content, which is going to make them a lot more attractive than most of your other soybeans out there. Having 4 different varieties of soybeans in this bag, we're gonna have 4 different maturity rates. The soybeans are packed full of protein, which is gonna help our herd health, and they're gonna last all the way through season, all the way after season, especially in those harsher conditions, and definitely provide not only for the deer, but all wildlife. They also offer a northern blend of soybeans for you guys that are in the northern states. And there's 3 different varieties of soybeans, and those also the most shatter-resistant soybeans on the market. If you want to learn more on the Real World Gen 2 soybeans or the Northern Blend soybeans, check out their website at realworldwildlifeproducts.com or find the dealer nearest you.